super healthy Snickers recipe. Pitted mid-jolt dates, roasted peanuts, sea salt caramel, peanut butter, regular sea salt, or chocolate. Let's go. Hello? Are we starting? Okay. Welcome back on another episode, I think I could say, of Diana's Safety Kitchen. Again, I want to remind you that over here it's called Diana's Safety Kitchen because I'm Diana hosting this pretty much show where we make safe recipes for kids to do while your parents might be working, sleeping, literally anything. Like, we don't use any ovens that you might burn yourself with. We don't use any knives. We don't use any knives that you might cut yourself with. Which is amazing, super healthy Snickers recipe. We do it every single time we have guests over. I know I keep telling you this, but it's so good. It tastes exactly like Snickers. And right over here, you can see the comparison of how this is so much better than a regular Snickers bar. Not a lot, of course it still has calories, but it has different stuff that can help you. The calories sometimes can help you. It has like pitted mid-jolt dates. And since we're talking about our ingredients, how about we get going about our ingredients? First off, we have pitted mid-jolt dates. These pretty much taste like nothing, but then also taste like grapes, which I find pretty cool. We don't cut them. If you take one and you just rip it in half, not all the way, of course, not all the way, because we want to make sure that we can kind of close it, you know? Just keep that in mind. So you want to make sure that yours look like this. They're a little wide and open, but then we can close them up after we're done. Over here, we have some roasted peanuts. They aren't salted because we are going to add salt on top, and we don't want too much salt on our Snickers bar because it doesn't really have a lot of salt, but it still has a little bit. So just get some roasted unsalted peanuts and then smash them up into little pieces like this. And that's like kind of like the crumbs, because you know, like Snickers bar, they're more bigger, so they don't really cut them up, but they still do taste amazing. Over here we have our sea salt caramel. It also tastes amazing. That's also where we have our salt. Over here we have our sea salt, but then we're also gonna add some salt on top when we're all done. Over here we have our regular sea salt that I keep talking about that we're gonna twist on top. Over here we have our peanut butter. Then to coat it all for the final touch, we have our chocolate. All right, so we're gonna combine these two together pretty much, but not in like a different bowl. We're just gonna put like a little bit of all of them and then a little bit of the peanut butter in all of them also. Top it off with some peanuts. And then coat in chocolate and add some sea salt. So how about I demonstrate? First, we wanna grab our peanut butter. Ours is really creamy. As you can see, we got it from Trader Joe's. It's just really easy to apply. I really like it. All right, let's pick one. It tastes like fresh, amazing peanuts. The caramel, which also is pretty wet and also was amazing. So let's grab a little bit. Let's grab a little bit more, I think. Now I think we can coat it off with some peanuts. All right, I think that's enough peanuts. Now we do this to every single one. Now I think it's time to put these bad boys in the freezer. My hair's pretty long.
A few moments later.
While we wait for that to be done, how about we melt our chocolate? So we have our bowl over here, and we're gonna put the chocolate in. I'd say a yay amount. About this much. And let me remind you how this works. So first, we take this, make sure there's no like metal stuff in it, including forks or spoons, nothing like that. Your microwave could explode. And I don't think you want to test that. So now that we do that, we put on for 30 seconds. And then we put on another 30 seconds. But in the middle of those 30 seconds, at the 15-second mark, we check in on it. Let's grab our spoon to mix. And guess what? This says my name. Let's see if it's good.
think it needs a little more.
The bottom is a little melted, but we need the top to melt. So let's put it on 15 seconds.
12 seconds later.
And a reminder, we didn't use any oven. This is a microwave. It's pretty safe. Now, I think it's time to check it on chocolate. So let's mix it up a little bit so we don't have a lot of clumps. And that seems to be perfect. All right, now I think it's time to take them out of the freezer. Okay, perfect. Now you see, it's a little better because I did have some really interesting ones. So let's take them. How about I don't start with that one? And dip it in and make sure it's all covered. Then pick it up. Now everyone, put it on your plate. Put it on your plate back. So now it should look like this. So back to these guys. We're gonna put them in the freezer. As you can see, they're all covered in chocolate. They don't really look like Snickers, but let's find out if they taste like one. Let's go.
Tomorrow.
All right, our Snickers are now ready and done. So now for the secret and final ingredient, sea salt. You don't want to sprinkle too much because you can't really take away. So sprinkle in a little bit, and if you don't like it, add some more. So how about we just add some? Okay, so now I think it's time to try. Are these real Snickers or fake ones? Look at that. I think it's time to bite in. This is a Snicker. And we made this without using an oven that you might burn yourself with, or any knives that you might cut yourself with. And I think that's pretty amazing. So how about we finally try it? It tastes exactly like one. And a little bit, if you look into it, it does kind of look like one. Even though, wait, it looks like one and it tastes like one. I think we found the secret recipe for Snickers. Well done, guys. Make sure to make this. It blows my mind how similar this is. And of course, make sure to subscribe to this channel and my other channel, Diana Paramoka. I'll see you soon. Again, make sure to like, it helps us out a lot. And comment down below what ingredients you would have used or what you did use. That's it. I'll see you next time. Bye! Three for me, 2 for Masha, 1 for Masha. I don't know.